Hey people, Raz here. A recent post by, well, let's just call him DJ on Cobi's Facebook group inspired me to build the T-26. While his model is literally perfection in every way, I noticed he used a lot of Lego pieces and model building materials. I decided that I was going to challenge myself to make the T-26 using 100% Cobi parts. So, with that out of the way, let's just jump into it. The first thing you'll need are these three Cobi sets. You'll need the 7TP, the Vickers 6-ton, and the T-72. Optionally, it also helps to have the Tiger 2P for spare parts, but it's not required. Step 1 is to tear apart your 7TP and then build the Vickers 6-ton, replacing every tan and maroon piece along the way with green. As you can see from this video, I neglected to do this because I'm an idiot. Anyways, the Vickers 6-ton chassis was the same chassis used by the real T-26 and the basis for the 7TP, so this will be an easy conversion since they share a lot of the same pieces. Step 2 will be detailing the tank to make it look cooler. While building the chassis, steal the grille and view slit from the Vickers 6-ton and then steal the insignia from the 7TP to put on your tank. Next, I chose to use these angled pieces on the fender to simulate the brackets on the side of the real T-26. Then, I put the boxes that were on the 7TP on the fender and constructed an exhaust port on the back. Also, I added an engine I had laying around for extra detailing. Lastly, I replaced a few of the angle blocks in the front and back to give the appearance I wanted and added the signature light to the front using these pieces. Note, some of these pieces I used on the light weren't in the three sets I had listed, so you may need to buy these pieces or steal them from another set. My pieces were from an old T-34-85 turret and a Tiger 2P. Once you have the chassis built, the hard part is over. For step 3, you'll need to take the turret off of your T-72 and scrap it. First, we'll construct the base of the T-26 turret. Next, construct the sidewalls of the turret like so. It's important to note that I got a lot of the angled pieces from the T-72 turret, so that's why it's one of the most important parts of building the sidewall. With the sidewall done, you can now attach it to the base. Now, we're ready for sidewall number 2. Here, I chose to use one of the numbered plates from the T-72 for extra detailing on the right sidewall. And for some reason, I decided to build this one completely off camera.
I'm not a smart man.
Anyways, back to the build. Then, once you have the second sidewall done, you're good to connect it. Once the left and right sidewall are done, you'll connect these pieces on the back to assemble the rear of the turret. Up next, we'll construct the gun mantlet and barrel. I'll get the mantlet from the T-72, and then I stole the gun barrel from the T-34-85. And now that that's assembled, you're good to put it in the turret. Once this is assembled, we're ready for the top hatch. I chose to take the rear hatch off of the Tiger 2P for extra detailing. Now you're ready to connect the hatch, which means you're done with the turret. Lastly, I stole the driver from the T-72 so I could have a Russian figure to command this tank. Now you're done, and you can fully enjoy your new T-26. Was it worth it? Well, all the pieces I used cost roughly $120, and you'll still have quite a few left over at the end, so I still think it's worth it. If you're new to this channel, I'd appreciate you checking out some of my other content. Mainly, I do Cobi reviews that focus on the history surrounding these vehicles, so if that's your jam, check it out. If you're interested, stick around for some quick historical facts. The reason I like this tank so much was because of its historical relevance during the interwar and beginning of World War II. When the Russian military had initially set out to build a tank, they realized that tank production is very hard, and chose to import chassis rather than build them from scratch. In the end, they chose the Vickers 6-ton chassis and did a turret upgrade to give it more firepower. It was a very formidable tank when it was first built, and would undergo many models and upgrades throughout its service life. This tank would fight in Spain, Poland, Mongolia, Finland, China, Iran, and played a huge role defending Russia during the opening weeks of Operation Barbarossa. Most of the Russian tanks were destroyed during the Barbarossa campaign, so many of the remaining models you'll see today were actually captured finished tanks. Overall, it was a very cool tank. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you found it useful, leave a like. Up next is the trailer for the African campaign, so get pumped. As usual, thank you for watching. You're all truly wonderful. Bye for now.